Hi guys, I'm Scott Speed, driver of this amazing Volkswagen Beetle GRC car. I got good news for the iRacing fam. We got this coming in. I'm currently working on it myself personally to make sure that it is as accurate as possible. With the addition of dirt and now this mean car, it is gonna be so fun. And it's gonna be available free to all the iRacing members. Personally, I can't wait to get out there and race you guys on it.
Introducing a whole new form of racing to the best online racing simulation in the world. This is dirt racing on iRacing.com. Race online at some of America's most legendary dirt tracks, including Eldora and Williams Grove. iRacing is the premier online racing game featuring NASCAR, IndyCar, sports cars, and now World of Outlaws, the leading sanctioning body for dirt racing. iRacing is easy to use and features a centralized ranking system to make sure you have the best experience at any skill level. With a massive inventory of high-precision laser scan tracks and cars with an unmatched dedication to quality and detail, iRacing gives you the most authentic online racing experience available. Thanks to iRacing's dynamic track system, developed specifically for dirt racing, tracks change over the course of a race, just like your favorite dirt track on a Friday or Saturday night. From a slick racing groove all the way up to the cushion, iRacing's dirt tracks deliver non-stop racing action. Partnered with the World of Outlaws, iRacing is your source for the most authentic dirt racing experience available, featuring 4 brand new tracks and 11 new cars, including street stocks, Legends cars, late models, NASCAR trucks, winged and non-winged sprint cars, with much more on the way. Join the dirt revolution on iRacing.com and start slinging mud today.
evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a good night of racing here on the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network. Tonight, it is a season opener, the Tundra Super Sim Series, with the Sim Auto Racing Association League behind us, starting out here tonight, and glad you all could be with us. We got a lot of things taking place here tonight, especially the main important one, the Car Show USA 125 here at USA International Speedway. We're going to go live now and talk a little bit here with the series sponsor this year, and that is Tundra Super Late Models coming on, and Drew Kryback here with it to sponsor the Tundra Super Sim series, I should say, and they'll always love to give me tongue twisters on these series names, but welcome, Drew. How you doing tonight?
Doing good. You're going to have to get used to saying that now, huh?
3 times as fast, maybe 5 times as fast, but we'll definitely get her there. But coming on board, you sponsored a lot of Tundra Super Late Models, sponsoring a few races last season when the Button Box Shop Super Series. This year you take over and become the Super Sim Series, fully the branded series here for Sim Auto Racing Association's Super Late Model Series. And tell us, what is your thoughts on that, and what are you looking forward to this season?
Yeah, we're super excited to jump on board this year. When we kind of look at it, we have 6 races throughout the summer, and we're looking for something to, how do we stay relevant through our off season? And SARA was definitely a way for us to continue to brand our name. Matt and all you guys have done such a great job with this series. It's one of the most competitive. You look at 1st to 25th again, I think was 2/10, maybe 3/10. So you really got to bring your A game, and it's just something we're super proud to be a part of, and just gives us something to kind of follow throughout the off season for us.
Yeah, especially tonight in this race, folks. And again, for those of you tuning in for the first time, Sim Auto Racing Association, known to house some of the best short track competition out there on iRacing and the sim racing world as well. And like you said, very, very close times between 1st and 39th. Folks, 39 people attempted to qualify here tonight. 30 are only going to make the show. And Drew, for those also watching out there, people who don't know what the Tundra Super Late Model Series is, tell us a little bit about that and where they can find them and where you guys race.
Absolutely. We're a real super late model series here in Wisconsin. 6 races throughout the year. Our championship round is this Sunday at Dells Raceway Park. Like I said, we really pride ourselves on having the guys that run weekly short tracks, which is a lot of what these guys are here in SARA. It's just, I believe it's our 6th year, so we're going to crown our 6th champion this coming Sunday. And so you can follow us along at tundrasuperlates.com. You can search for us, Tundra Super Late Models, on all the other social platforms. We really appreciate it. If you're in the Wisconsin area, come on out and check us out.
All right, well, appreciate that. We're going to bring in live now here tonight's sponsor for the Car Show USA 125. And you guessed it, the Car Show. That brings Bill Martin back in the booth with us. And Bill, I know you recently started your YouTube, the Car Show, the car show that's about car shows, I guess, the easiest way to put it, and it has a little tongue twister with it with a double show there at the end of the name. But how's this been going? Have you been getting out and getting to see some great car shows?
Wrong button. It's about broadcasting that to everybody else. We got a bunch of episodes lined up and ready to go as far as editing goes. And we've got out to see a bunch of really cool cars, plenty of really good car shows around the Wisconsin area, which is kind of where we're confined because of our location. The episodes have been going up slowly, though. We're still in our 1st year, but there's 6 of them up right now. It's been a lot of fun, and it's really cool. We get to meet a lot of cool people and learn about, not just what they did to their cars, but just in general what it was that made them want that particular car or drew them to it, which is always a question I have for people who own Mustangs.
Oh, shout out to the Ford fans there. Do you ever hear some interesting stories, not just on the ownership side, but as far as the manufacturing side? Things, little things you tend to find, like placement of taillights or why the taillights changed year over year. Do you ever get into that as far as the history of these cars that you guys broadcast for?
When it comes time to doing the editing, a lot of what we do is research the car. So we'll do the interview. Just mute Matt there for a second. We will do the interview, and usually we try to find cars, for the most part, we don't know much about, and then we'll go and research the car, specifically that person's year, and as a result, we end up learning a lot about the specifics from one year to another, and then, we present that in the video as much as we can.
It's always neat to see the history and the design on why the design was chosen for a particular model year for different types of cars, and it's really neat. And if anybody wants to watch these episodes, tell us how could they get to see the Car Show?
I think that Dan has bought both addresses now, but I don't remember. So we don't have a website, but we have a redirector because we haven't built the website yet that goes straight to the YouTube page. The website address is carshowshow.com, and if it's not that, it is that, and also this other one or one or the other. It's either carshowshow.com or thecarshowshow.com. Pretty sure it's carshowshow.com. I haven't memorized everything yet because we're still in our first year, so we're not taking it too seriously quite yet as far as trying to get the following out there.
Well, Bill, definitely pleasure stopping by talking about it. Glad to have you on, and tonight you're sponsoring this race here at USA. As I ask every sponsor, what's your anticipation of the racing taking place here tonight?
It's going to be tough. I don't know where Joe starts, but if Joe gets free from his starting spot, he botched qualifying a little bit, he's going to take off, which I'm okay with because it'll be in my setup.
All right. Well, appreciate the insight there, bud, and congratulations again on the success of your Car Show, and hope to see you soon.
Thanks, man. Good talking to you.
All right, folks, there you have it. Bill Martin joining us in the booth. Real quick here, as we just have a few more minutes left, got to bring this guy in. He is the man behind the scenes. He's the man that makes it happen, the administrator for the Sim Auto Racing Association. Matt Rolfe joins us now. Matt, we got a new season starting here tonight. This is your fall series sponsored by Tundra Super Late Models for the Tundra Super Sim Series. And what are your thoughts coming up? I mean, we come off, seems like when we finish up a season, it just gets better and better and better. And tonight we begin the amplification of what happened last season with One Up Motorsports coming in being very dominant, and now things are going to shake up. Tell us a little bit about what the viewers can expect this season, this fall season.
Yeah, this series, as I've already heard you talk about a little bit, is pretty darn competitive. Lap times are always pretty close. Got a lot of really good guys in here from top to bottom. Guys that might run in the back of the pack here go over to different leagues and official series and win those races. So it's a pretty competitive field. We're coming off really 2 good seasons right in a row where the points battle was decided basically down towards the end of the season in the last race. And like you said, last season, the one-up guys kind of came in and dominated a little bit. And I joked at the end of the season, last season, that we'd take out some of the bigger tracks and make these guys run some more of the bull rings. So as we get further into the season, we'll see how these guys can handle those a little bit better. I'm sure they'll be right up there battling for the wins like they were last season. But we're excited to find out. There are a lot of new guys in here tonight as well that are ready to get going. A lot of veterans. That's a pretty good field here tonight. So we're looking to have a good time.
Well, just like NASCAR has to balance out their field today, you guys going to the short tracks. Hopefully it'll balance out from some of these guys who run up in the top series of iRacing, and hopefully he's getting to see some great racing as we do always. And while we're with you, we got the partners up on the screen here. These are the sponsors this season: Tundra Super Late Models, Midwest Power Source Incorporated, HeightsPride.com. Always glad to see those guys. Callaway Investment, one of the longest standing sponsors with the Sim Auto Racing Association. DonutDesigns.com, new on board. Loco Toca Designs. Car Show's back. Area 52 Designs is back. JVM Racing's back. And it looks like Down East Chassis Works and the Posse. Some new sponsorship here this season. And as always, great to have you, Matt. And we're looking forward to some great racing at these short tracks.
Yeah, I appreciate it. We're looking forward to it. Should be a good show. And as you've already kind of gone through the sponsors, just real quick, want to thank the Tundra Super Late Models and the Car Show for presenting tonight's race.
All right. Well, we got less than a minute left. I'm going to pop you out of the booth here, but appreciate you stopping in for a few words.
All right, thanks.
Well, there you have it, folks. The partners have been up on the screen. And again, tonight, the Car Show USA 125 laps around this lovely track. Let's take a look at the race information as it's up on the screen. Just shy of a 3/4 mile size track. We got 80 degrees in the air, 84% humidity, partly cloudy with an 80-degree track temperature. It's going to be an interesting night of racing. Here in just a few moments, we'll head down to the grid and get you your starting lineup so you can see where your drivers are going to stand. And again, the One-Up Motorsport, some of these guys came in and were really, really dominant. That is Adam Benefiel and Christian Challenger, two of those guys coming in. We'll see what they got to run this smaller track as they came out and banged out the top 3 races, or the first 3 races last year in the top positions. We'll see if they can do it here tonight. Let's get down and get you your starting lineup for tonight's race. So here is what tonight's starting lineup looks like as the cars are making their way to the starting grid. Brian Helm will start on the pole of the first race of this season. To his outside, he'll have the 37 of Tim Bills, Ty Spearman, Bill Martin in row number 2. Adam Benefiel rounds out your top 5. David Krikorian to his outside. Row number 4 is going to see Colin Allman and Blake Hamilton. Row number 5 and rounding out the top 10 will be Nick Zonter, Dalton Collins in that 10th position slot. Looking on back, we've got Jason Miller, Joe Schaefer Jr., Ian Lane, Sean Hatfield, Trevor Edwards, Landon Siaka, Derek Robinson, Kyle Souza, Drew Krybeck, Matt Rolfe through 20, Ben Nile, Jonathan Maloney, Justin Warner, Alan Pajari, Matthew Eddy, Samuel Roush, Michael Baxter, Devin Rogers, Alex Bergeron, Dallas Pataska, and that will be your field here tonight. And again, folks, tonight's race sponsored by the Car Show for the Car Show USA 125 as the Mustang iRacing pace car begins to move them off and get these guys rolling around. There we see the guys up front. They'll go through one more lap of pacing, then we will be underway. And one last look here before we get underway. There is your sponsors here for tonight. They're crossing that start-finish line, ready to get the Tundra Super Sim Series underway this season. This will be the fall super late model season here for the Sim Auto Racing Association. On behalf of them, on behalf of Tundra Super Late Models, iRacing.com, Digital Forge Broadcasting Network, ladies and gentlemen, I am Dustin Caldwell, and we are ready to go racing. The Mustang iRacing pace car looks to dive off the pits. Brian Helm, the number 26, will have that pace to the initial green off of turn number 4. Here we go. Green flag flies and we're underway. Oh, and a contact between Helm and Bills, choking up the field in turns 1 and 2. Up to the high cam as you get a look at a 3-wide action in turn number 3. These guys have come to race here tonight. Already up in the field, breaking away is the number 92 of Ty Spearman, carrying a 1-second lead into the backstretch here on the second lap. Spearman through 3 and 4. Bill Martin in second position, just a second behind him. And Tim Bill's able to survive right there behind. The 39 of Bill Martin, Krikorian back and forth. Rounding out your top 5, that'll be the number 2 of Blake Hamilton. And underneath him now, here comes the 82 of Adam Benefiel. Last year at USA, the 82 took victory. We'll see if he can duplicate that effort here tonight. Benefiel now into the top 5 here on lap number 4. Started actually in 5th, but with the hiccup between Helm and Bills, kind of rearranged a little bit of cars, so now he's back to where he started on the grid. And just up ahead, Ty Spearman now. Into turn number 3, still carrying an 8/10 of a second lead. Bill Martin and company back behind him, picking up 2/10 of a second. Working towards that 3/4 second mark. They are gaining on him. And Bill Martin, of course, was in the booth here tonight talking about the Car Show. Tonight's sponsor here for the USA 125. And we'll bring it up to the high field, get you a shot more of the field here. Everybody pretty much going single file with the warmer temperatures here in Lakeland. We jump outside the top 10 just as the first caution comes out. And Michael Baxter appears to be involved in this one. We'll go back and take a look. And here's Michael Baxter getting turned by the 21 of Siaka. I believe there was a couple other cars involved in that one as well. Matt Rolfe back there appeared to be in the mix. The 88 of Matthew Eddy heading down pit road. Not exactly sure what's going on there. Coming down possibly to get some damage worked out on that car. Maybe a quick splash and go with some fuel. Matt Rolfe taking tires down there. Not sure tires were an option, but we saw the right side of the car jacked up on the number 5. Remember a couple seasons ago, somebody came down pit road, no tires were allowed to be taken, and were disqualified. I believe that was, thinking that was Christian Peterson, I'm not sure. But through lap number 10 we go here in the Tundra Super Sim Series. Glad you could join us this Thursday night on the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network. And this season, we are back out on Twitch. To everybody out there on Twitch watching us tonight, glad you could tune in and watch us. After a season off of Twitch, we came back out now and got it reestablished. Definitely got to thank our partners over there at Restream, allowing us to be able to broadcast to Facebook, YouTube, and to Twitch at the same time. So getting close to getting ready to go back green. We should see the lights come off the pace car this time by. And as we head into lap number 11, the lights come off the Mustang iRacing pace car, ready to go back green, or excuse me, into lap number 12. We'll be back green on the 13th lap. Lucky number 13. Here is a look at your top 5. It's going to be Spearman, Martin, Bills, Benefiel, and Krikorian. As they head through the second and third turns, the pace cars off into the pits. There goes Spearman. Green flag flies. We're back to the race. And through the backstretch they go. Giving you a little bit of a spotter look, the side-by-side action, battle for second. As Bills to the inside of Martin. He's going to try to come through. And Bills will have second. Krikorian just to the inside of Adam Benefiel. As we continue to see them rock through the backstretch out of turn number 2. Bills into second, Martin third. Krikorian in a dead heated battle with the 82 of Adam Benefiel off of turn number 4. Here they come. Side-by-side action continuing into lap number 15. And to get you down closer to the action. There's Krikorian. He's able to stay ahead of the 82. In fourth position, Joe Schaefer Jr. Schaefer Jr. deeming to be the wild card here tonight that's possibly looking at victory. Schaefer Jr. starting 12th, already up 6 positions. And now looking to the inside of Adam Benefiel. Nick Zonter back there in 9th position. Pretty much where he started here tonight, has the 67 right behind him. That is Colin Allman. That's fallen back 3 positions. Running that Windows 10 car, and another caution flag is going to come out here on lap number 19. And a big hiccup there, Ian Lane. Ben Nile looking to be involved in this one. Let's go back and take a look. Looks like the 93 machine of Justin Warner is going to spin the 98 of Ian Lane and send that Lowe's Chevrolet up into the wall. Tough break there. So Ian Lane's now coming down pit road with the 72 of Ben Nile behind him. Looks like the 14 of Kyle Souza just ahead as well. So working out a little bit of damage down there. And he'll have a quick repair there. And for those of you who don't know exactly what a quick repair does, they come down and touch their pit box. It is exactly like they get a brand new car minus tires. Be very, very helpful. And Landon Siaka getting a lap back. It's a lucky dog there. He'll pick up a lap as he came off of pit road. And again, tonight's sponsors, as the roar of the Super Lates roll by, are up on your screen, folks. So here's a look at your race summary here on lap number 23 out of the 22 complete. No lead changes, 2 total cautions. Current running top 5, Spearman Bills, Martin Krikorian, and Schaefer Jr. So into lap number 24, the lights come off the pace cars. Spearman Bills again up front. Martin Krikorian in that second row. Schaefer Jr. and now Blake Hamilton taking up 6 will be in that third row going back to green on lap number 25. Expect a good restart here from Spearman to go early. Pace car looking to dive off the pits this time by. And there it goes. Spearman ready to get on the throttle. Out of turn number 4. Here they come. Green flags back in the air. It's a 3-car battle for the race lead. Bill Martin to the inside of Tim Bills, trying to edge him out of turn number 2. Side by side into the third turn they roll. Schaefer Jr. now ahead of Krikorian for 4th. Off of turn number 4, Bill Martin breaks free into 2nd. Tim Bills to the high side will now see Schaefer Jr. down underneath him. And they roll door locked out of turn number 2. Schaefer Jr. looking to move up into 3rd. He's trying to edge out the damage. 37 of Tim Bills, and he'll do it. Schaefer Jr. from 12th to 3rd in the first 26 laps. Unbelievable. Caution flag comes out again. And Adam Benefiel slowed up for this one. And the 23 of Justin Mulvaney heavily damaged in this one. Let's go back and take a look. Following the 23 of Mulvaney as he comes off of the 4th turn. The 112 machine to the inside, that's Alex Bergeron, and whoa! Big heavy hit, the 051 of Sean Hatfield. Hatfield got into contact with somebody and majorly damaged. Drew Krybeck in the mix of this. The series sponsor this year. Seeing some heavy damage as he goes down pit road. And actually hits the wall. Couldn't see because of the smoke. I tell you what, folks, unbelievable. Those cars getting into it, bringing out another caution flag. We are going to step away to a quick commercial break. Appreciate you tuning in this lovely Thursday evening to watch the USA 125, sponsored by the Car Show here. We'll be right back.
Hi guys, I'm Scott Speed, driver of this amazing Volkswagen Beetle GRC car. I got good news for the iRacing fam. We got this coming in. I'm currently working on it myself personally to make sure that it is as accurate as possible. With the addition of dirt and now this mean car, it is going to be so fun. And it's going to be available free to all the iRacing members. Personally, I can't wait to get out there and race you guys on it.
Introducing a whole new form of racing to the best online racing simulation in the world. This is Dirt Racing on iRacing.com. Race online at some of America's most legendary dirt tracks, including Eldora and Williams Grove. iRacing is the premier online racing game featuring NASCAR, IndyCar, sports cars, and now World of Outlaws, the leading sanctioning body for dirt racing. iRacing is easy to use and features a centralized ranking system to make sure you have the best experience at any skill level. With a massive inventory of high-precision laser scan tracks and cars with an unmatched dedication to quality and detail, iRacing gives you the most authentic online racing experience available. Thanks to iRacing's dynamic track system, developed specifically for dirt racing, tracks change over the course of a race, just like your favorite dirt track on a Friday or Saturday night. From a slick racing groove all the way up to the cushion, iRacing's dirt tracks deliver non-stop racing action. Partnered with the World of Outlaws, iRacing is your source for the most authentic dirt racing experience available, featuring 4 brand new tracks and 11 new cars, including street stocks, Legends cars, late models, NASCAR trucks, winged and non-winged sprint cars, with much more on the way. Join the Dirt Revolution on iRacing.com and start slinging mud today.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to USA International Speedway this Thursday night, and we left you on a caution. We're coming back on a caution. A couple of cars getting into it yet again. Here is what your race summary looks like here tonight. 4 total cautions in the first 35 laps. Current top 5 is going to be Ty Spearman, Joe Schaefer Jr., Bill Martin, David Krikorian, and Tim Bills. And just a great night of racing so far, minus the cautions. If you're out there on YouTube watching in here tonight, we want to go ahead and have you tell us who your favorite driver is. Give a shout out to them. They always love to go back, or Facebook as well, and Twitch. Love to go back and read the chat and see who's out there supporting their drivers. The hiccups amongst the drivers, though, it's to be had when you start off a new season, especially when you get some new names out there racing. You're bound to have some guys who are not used to racing around one another, don't know what the other drivers are doing, and you tend to see that from time to time. So just the quirks of a new season taking place after being off for a couple of weeks. The eye on tonight is on this number 6 car, though, folks. Joe Schaefer Jr. starting in 12th position tonight. Colin Allman actually set the fast time with a 7-car invert at the start of this race. But this guy right here, as we're watching, and as Bill Martin told you, who's actually right behind him, said this would be the car to watch. And right now, the 92 of Ty Spearman standing in the way from taking over the race lead. Should see the lights come off the pace car this time by. They'll begin double filing it up here. Be ready to go racing on lap number 41. Schaefer Jr. will be to the outside of Spearman. Krikorian to the outside of Martin. And the number 2 of Blake Hamilton to the outside of Tim Bills. Through the backstretch into the third turn, ready to go racing. Pace cars off the track. Here we go. Spearman wastes no time. Green flag flies. And a good restart. Schaefer Jr. gets underneath Spearman. What a battle for the race lead. Here they come through 3 and 4. Off the fourth turn into the front stretch. Spearman holds on to lead a total of 41. But for how long? Because Joe Schaefer Jr. now has Bill Martin back behind him. And here we go, the first lead change of the night. Joe Schaefer Jr. takes over the race lead on lap number 43. And Bill Martin getting in front of Ty Spearman. Spearman back to third. Here comes Krikorian underneath. It's a great battle going on between these drivers. Tim Bills trying to work underneath Blake Hamilton and Krikorian. There's a little bit of door contact with the 92. Spearman down in front of the 66. Blake Hamilton staying out in front of Tim Bills, holding on to that top 5 spot. Here's a good look at what the field looks like through the backstretch into the third turn. Your race leader, Joe Schaefer Jr., now running into lap traffic. At 32 car just ahead. As a caution comes out, that's Trevor Edwards. Uncharacteristic to see him back that far. And Matthew Eddy here in the front stretch is going to go for a spin. Let's go back and take a look. Following the 88 of Matthew Eddy. And looks like the 26, a little oversteer right in front of him is what's going to cause him to get into a little bit of collision and spun around the 26 car. That was just ahead. That is Brian Helm, the pole sitter here tonight. And he came off turn number 4 with just a little bit of oversteer and spun out right in front of Matthew Eddy. So that will bring out another caution flag, but 6 laps led for the number 6 of Joe Schaefer Jr. here tonight. And a good notable point, as Glenn Matthews pointing out in YouTube chat, glad he always seen this as an interesting fact I learned last season. Matthew Eddy here. Dad Mike Eddy used to run back in the ASA series and had a very successful career. That's his son, Matthew Eddy, out there on the track in the 88 machine. Definitely a beautiful looking car out there on that track. And again, tonight is the season opener for the Tundra Super Sim Series. First of multiple races out there. If you want to know more, you can find it on the web at racesara.com. I believe next week, as we take a look at the schedule, we're going to bring it up here. Next week, we'll move out of USA and go to Stafford for the Loco Toco Designs 125 at Stafford. And then in 2 weeks, it'll be the Midwest Power Source Inc. 125 at the Bull Ring at Las Vegas. Ready to go back racing on lap number 52 as the lights are going to come off the pace car here through the front stretch on lap 51. Joe Schaefer Jr., Bill Martin in that first row. Ty Spearman, David Krikorian, Blake Hamilton, and Tim Bills, your front three rows put together. Let's see what Joe Schaefer Jr. does here on the restart. Ty Spearman, eager once that pace car dove off in turn 3. Let's see what the number 6 does here with the 39 to his outside. Pace car into the third turn. We'll now see pit road. Here we go. Spearman right there, similar. Right behind Schaefer Jr. Joe Schaefer Jr. taking off, and wow, what a nice race lead he picked up into turn number 1. At least 2 car lengths. Caution flag comes right back out. And some of the cars got into it and not exactly seeing. I think somebody got a little bit sideways. So they'll re-rack them and they'll try it again. What a beautiful restart from Joe Schaefer Jr. getting out to a nice race lead. Quarter-second race lead by the end of the front stretch over Bill Martin. Again, we'll bring up the, let's go down to the track site to the wall cams here. We'll bring up the lovely sponsors for tonight. So it looks like Trevor Edwards may gain a lap back here. He's currently, you see, Trevor Edwards is currently 7 laps down. He'll now be 6 laps down as he gets a lucky dog. So he will go to the tail. While we're under yellow, folks, we are going to step away for another commercial break. When we come back, more racing here in Lakeland for the Car Show Show USA 125. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, in this Thursday night to Lakeland as we are at the USA International Speedway for the USA 125, sponsored by the Car Show Show. It's a season opener for the Tundra Super Sim Series. And coming back to green from the last caution, they instituted single file restarts as the last couple have seen some hiccups, so pretty much giving Joe Schaefer Jr. the clear run. Now carrying close to a half a second lead over second place, Bill Martin, and another caution flag comes out. And it looks like the number 25 of Devin Rogers having some engine problems up on the high side. Let's go back and take a look. And Rogers right in front of the 27 of Michael Baxter. Baxter looks like he's going to try the inside, and wow, Landon Siaka, the number 21. Right there. And Devin Rogers trying to avoid him, will catch some contact, and unfortunately, I think it may have blown his engine in the process as he's going to roll to a stop up on the high side. Rogers will be put down on pit road. See if he can get any damage worked out there. And Matt Rolfe will see a return lap here. Matt Rolfe currently 16 laps down, and again, a very uncharacteristic night here for this season opener. Race summary as it stands: out of the 63 complete, 1 lead change, 7 total cautions. Current top 5: Joe Schaefer Jr., Bill Martin, Ty Spearman, David Krikorian, and Blake Hamilton. Good infield cam there for you folks. So the next time by, the lights should be off that pace car. There we saw David Krikorian actually down on pit road. Not sure what's going on with the 66 Exalta machine. So as they roll through the front stretch here, lights will come off the Mustang iRacing pace car, and again, single file restarts being instituted. Schaefer Jr. will be in front of Bill Martin, who's in front of Ty Spearman, in front of David Krikorian, was able to make it back out. Here we go. Pace car off the track. On the throttle out of 4. Here comes Schaefer Jr. Green flag flies. We're back to the race. into the 68th lap with 26 of them led. The number 6 of Joe Schaefer Jr. continues to lead by 2/3 of a second over the 39 of Bill Martin. Battle brewing between Spearman and Krikorian here as Krikorian was looking to the outside. Blake Hamilton in 5th, back behind the 66. Warmer track temperatures making it a little bit difficult to pass here tonight. 80 degrees at the start of the race was the track temperature. And Samuel Roush now up into the top 10. Started 26th here tonight. Currently running 8th. That Mopar number 19 machine. I don't even know if that's even allowed. When you have the last name Roush and you're running Mopar, that's almost a cardinal sin. A lot of you NASCAR guys out there will get that one. Roush running a Dodge. Go figure that one. Ty Spearman now feeling the pressure from David Krikorian, who's right behind him in 4th. Here in heading towards lap number 73. And somebody goes off the pit road. Not sure who it was. Wasn't able to catch it in time. Just getting word, I think it was Jonathan Molyneux, but just getting word that Devin Rogers' engine did blow out as a result of the contact with the 21 of Siaka, so he is officially done for the night. Got a couple of cars parked down there that are now being put away. Sean Hatfield and Dallas Pataska down there on pit road. They're loading their cars up as well. So we continue to follow the 92 of Ty Spearman. Let's jump on back. As that 95 of Dalton Collins gaining some ground here on the 37 of Tim Bills. And Tim Bills tonight just ahead. You can see some front end damage and some side damage to that 37. Whoa, nearly coming off the wall, and down underneath him, here comes the 95. Must have had a little bit of push, looks loose there off of turn number 4. And it's a 3-car battle. Here comes Roush. Roush underneath the 95. Side by side, they make contact. And Samuel Roush, how about that? Muscling his way into the 7th position slot. Adam Benefield's right behind him. That driver won at this track last year. And he is right there trying to make his way up. Started 5th here tonight. Fell outside the top 10. Now in 8th. And some traffic down low as we go by turns 3 and 4. Traffic will go high. It's the number 12 of Drew Krybeck. Now back out on the track after getting some damage repaired. Back up front, your race leader, the number 6 of Joe Schaefer Jr., 37 laps led. As he rolls off the 4th turn into lap number 80, it's going to be 38 here. And again, the car favored to win tonight now is up front. Spearman still holding off the 66 of David Krikorian. It's been a good battle brewing here between these two cars for the last 6 laps. Tim Bills now falling off the pace even more. Benefield's going to take a shot at one of these turns underneath him. If he can just get there, as you can see the 37 of Bills protecting the inside. But how long? The 82 looking faster. This may be it. Into the first turn. Here comes Benefield underneath the 37 of Bills. Through the backstretch into the third turn. I'm not sure if Benefield has enough to pass Tim Bills or if he's going to wear him down here. They'll be side by side coming off the fourth turn. But again, Tim Bills carrying the momentum through the front stretch, leaving the inside open. Here comes Benefield again. And Benefield just can't get the job done. The barn doors open underneath for him to go through. But unfortunately, that H&H Siding Supply 37 of Tim Bills, even with the damage on it, still proven to be too much right now for the 82. As we jump back up in the battle here for third, Spearman still in front of the 66 of Krikorian, but Krikorian, patience is wearing thin. Here he goes, looking underneath Spearman. And they're side by side and around off of turn number 4. Here they come. What a battle. And David Krikorian says, I'm going to take third. What a move. Spearman rallying it back, looking underneath for some crossover action. Landon Siaka down there underneath the yellow. I think Spearman may have tried the apron on that one. And now Krikorian beginning to pull away from the 92. He's got about 2 seconds to reel in Bill Martin, as that is the variance between the two drivers. Joe Schaefer Jr. up into lap traffic here. Rolling by the number 26 of Brian Helm, ironically, the pole starter here tonight. After the 7-car invert, Colin Ullman was your fast qualifier. Colin Ullman currently running 12th in the Windows 10 machine. And Jason Miller not too far behind. They call this guy is a master setup. I think they call him Mr. Frankenstein, as he can definitely put together setups that are just unreal. And I believe it was Jason Miller who masterminded the setups that powered the One Up Motorsports guys last season. Christian Challoner and Adam Benefield doing what they could to win, and this guy providing the means to do it. As we go back to Spearman here, Adam Benefield closing the distance as he's now into the top 5. Car coming to life here on the long run. Taking a look at cautions. Last caution flag coming out, I believe, was on lap number 60. So we had about a good 30 laps of green flag racing, and that's what a lot of these guys anticipate. And now Benefield looking to the inside of Spearman. He's going to try to push him up the track. Spearman, though, looking on to the high side. He's going to allow the 82 to roll by underneath. And Benefield is going to make him drag race it for it through the front stretch. Benefield now looking to move into 4th. And he'll have it here in the turn. Tim Bills, though, still looking pretty loose coming off that 4th turn. Got a slew of cars behind him looking hungry to pass. And here comes the 19 of Samuel Roush. Roush is going to be side by side out of the turn. Maybe a little bit back off the pace as lap traffic drew Kryback up to the high side as they roll through turns 3 and 4. Into the front stretch, Samuel Roush yet again, determined to get by the 37 of Bills. And Bills into the wall. This may pave the way for an outside pass by Roush. And Roush going to try to dirt track by him here on the high side. Tim Bills rallying it back low. Again, the lower groove here tonight, obviously the favored groove, but there goes Roush. And right behind him, the 95 machine of Dalton Collins is going to try to get by Tim Bills just as they run into Brian Helm. And Bills is going to pinch Collins on Helm. Oh my, they're getting close. And Collins right into the back. Oh wow, got me caught up for words. I didn't know if he was going to try to thread the needle, but what a move by Collins underneath Bills to secure the bottom groove. Unbelievable. Dalton Collins with some spectacular driving. Although, amongst all of that driving, all of that effort to get around Brian Helm, Dalton Collins still not able to pass the 37 of Tim Bills. And that just goes to show you the skill of that driver behind the wheel of that 37 machine. Spearman has got some time ahead between him and Samuel Roush. Roush, though, looking to close the distance. Joe Schaefer Jr. closing in on the 25 to go mark here, folks, as he comes off the fourth turn, this time by 25 laps now remain in the USA 125. Again, opening night this Thursday night here for the Tundra Super Sim Series. Glad you could join us out here on the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network, whether you got us on Facebook, YouTube, or even Twitch TV. Always a pleasure to have people watching and tuning to see great racing taking place. As mentioned earlier, the lineup is going to expand a little bit this season. Expect to see some more dirt racing taking place. And Schaefer Jr. just running away with it. 1 3/4 second lead over Bill Martin. Benefiel has reeled in Krikorian and gotten by him for third. Got to see a great battle there. Caution flag's gonna come out. Things just got interesting here in Lakeland. And Colin Ullman, fast qualifier tonight, up into the wall right before turn number 4. Let's go back and take a look. And as we follow Colin Ullman, battling around the number 34 machine. And that is what you call a netcode bump. The infamous netcode bump, Alan Pajari. Not really too much the victim there as Colin Ullman, unfortunately, in the 67, but Pajari was just running his line in the software system here. Said, nope, they're going to collide. And unfortunately, in the sim racing world, that's what you call a netcode bump. And Colin Ullman, unfortunately, will be into the wall right there before the fourth turn. But things have changed just a little bit. As Joe Schaefer Jr., who had a nice lead, a 1 3/4 second lead over the field, will now get racked up again. Bill Martin will be to his outside, but the car that has come to life late in this race is the 82 of Adam Benefiel. Here's a look at your top 5. Schaefer Jr., Bill Martin, Benefiel, Krikorian, and Spearman. So we'll have to see what happens here as we're less than 20 laps remaining. Who has the car that can dominate the short run is what's going to happen and what it's going to come down to. We know Schaefer Jr. has a car that's dominant. Looks to be all around even better on a long run. Here's your race summary in your bottom left. Out of the 106 complete. 1 lead change, 8 total cautions on the night. And Bill Martin there trying to keep some heat in those tires. And again, coming up next Thursday night at 10 p.m., we'll roll out of here over into Stafford. That'll be a good one there for the Loco Toco Designs 125 at Stafford Speedway. And for those of you who've been paying attention all season long, all year long, I should say, coming up in the fall seasons here, we have what we call the Fall Brawl. Spectacular, hosted by the Semi-Auto Racing Association, and a event so great, even others are trying to duplicate it now. And coming up on the Thursday, October the 19th, is going to be a non-points race. It's another edition of the Road to the Fall Brawl non-winners race. Another edition for someone who has come just short to have the opportunity to get their slot solidified in the Fall Brawl. So stay tuned for that, folks. And again, the schedule, you can find it on SARA's website, racesara.com, up in the top right-hand corner. Here we go, ready to go back green on lap 110 as the pace car dives off into the pits. Schaefer Jr. on the throttle out of 4. Green flag flies. We're back to the race. And Joe Schaefer Jr. asserting some dominance, a 3/4 second lead and climbing. Adam Benefield, though, looking to do battle with Bill Martin for second. Can Bill Martin hold him off? Schaefer Jr. now up to a 1/2 second lead. Benefield's going to look to the inside of Martin. Martin goes down to block. Drew Krybeck coming off the track down pit road. Benefield, a little oversteer as he looked loose coming through the front stretch. This is going to be the battle of the night here. That battle for second position. And Benefield falling back off the pace just a little bit. About 0.3 of a second behind Bill Martin. Bill Martin may have got just enough to hold off that 87. Or the 82, excuse me. But this car right here, 72 laps led. A dominant night since he's been up front. The next time by, it'll be 10 laps to go for the number 6 of Joe Schaefer Jr. And these two guys right here. Another good battle brewing here out around the top 10. As the 76 of Nick Zonter, Jason Miller, and Alex Bergeron going at it here. And the 76 of Zonter now up into 8th position, trying to get around Tim Bills. Ty Spearman back in 7th. Still a push from the 37 of Bills, and around Zonter will go out just ahead. And now Miller's going to look to the inside. Oh, and they're going to make contact. Tim Bills will stay vertical just enough to draw the yellow. And we'll go back and capture that one for you as we saw it live. Let's go back and take a look at it again. And again, Tim Bills to the high side. Miller back off the pace, and Zonter just ahead. So Miller's going to try to work his way underneath Tim Bills here. And right about this point, Miller was running his line. Bills came down just a little bit. May have thought he had Miller clear, and unfortunately, as we said, stayed perpendicular to the track long enough to draw the yellow flag. Just been a tough night there for that car. So we're getting past what I call the quintessential point of no return here tonight, folks. That means by the sim racing rules, unfortunately, and how it's run for you new viewers out there, they don't allow overtime to happen or something that you would see up in NASCAR if you get down to 1 lap. Fortunately, the yellow flag laps do count, which means we have to, you can't just pause the lap count, so you don't get multiple opportunities or overtime or restarts to determine a winner. And usually it's 4 laps per yellow flag. So we're pretty much down to the point of no return here tonight. If a caution flag would come back out once we go green, the field will be frozen, and where the drivers are at the time of the yellow will be their finishing position. Unless they're not able to pace it out. If a car would blow up, say, for example, we'll pick on Joe Schaefer Jr. here, as dominant he's been. If a yellow flag comes out instantly when we go back to green, if his car would mysteriously blow up, he actually, in fact, would lose the race, even though he's slated to win. So he does have to finish the final pacing laps. But for the most part, they're solidified in their positions, minus anything happening on those pace laps. So less than 5 laps remaining here tonight. This one could get interesting really quick. Not sure if anybody else has anything for this number 6 car. They could be holding back until this point. So we'll see what happens. Lights off the pace car. It'll be 3 laps to go. Joe Schaefer Jr. has been dry in the win column for quite some time now. A bittersweet night here for him if he's able to pick up the victory. Started 12th on the grid, looking for a win, and what a way to do it in the opening night of the Tundra Super Sim Series here at USA International Speedway. Final restart on the night about to come your way as the pace car will dive off here in the pits. Off in turn number 3, there we go. Here comes the final restart. Green flags in the air, 3 laps to go. Everybody's going to be fighting for spots. Samuel Roush is going to battle with David Krikorian. Benefield not going to have enough possibly here for the 35 of Bill Martin, but the good 3-car battle here for 4th position. Samuel Roush looking to edge out Krikorian. 2 laps to go. The next time it'll be the white flag. Then all cautions are off on the white flag lap. What a battle between Roush, Krikorian, and the 95 now here of Dalton Collins. White flag in the air. 1 more lap to go for the USA 125. Nobody's going to catch Schaefer Jr. It's his race to lose. But what this battle right here for 4th, it's going to be a doozy. Coming off the 4th turn, Joe Schaefer Jr. is going to win it. Here comes the battle. Samuel Roush edges out Krikorian for 4th position. What a move. Fireworks go off in the air, and this man right here, the number 6 of Joe Schaefer Jr.'s dry streak comes to an end here tonight. We'll take you up to the blunt cam to show you the cameras, or take you up to the blunt cam to show you the fireworks. Losing my words late in the race here. And a burnout happy Joe Schaefer Jr. picking up the victory. 39 drivers qualified here tonight. 30 made the show and only one could win it. And that one here tonight is the posse member, the number 6 of Joe Schaefer Jr. Taking the Polish victory a lap around, or he may swing it back around. We'll see what he does here. While we watch him pace it around, here's a look at your race summary out of the 125 complete. 1 lead change, 9 total cautions. And a little bit of engine rev there for the backstretch crowd. Again, taking the wonderful Polish lap here. Made famous by Alan Kulawicki, the Polish driver. I believe he did it at Las Vegas. Went backwards there, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Schaefer Jr. idolizes that guy, so it's nice to be able to do that. And he pulls over into victory lane, and ladies and gentlemen, there is your winner tonight, the number 6 of Joe Schaefer Jr. We're going to bring up the results. Got the top 3 interviews coming for you in just a moment. And joining us now, finishing 3rd here tonight, is the 82 of Adam Benefield. Adam, what a night it was for you, starting 5th on the grid. You fell outside the top 10 at one point and just kind of slowly rallied your car back into the top 5 and reeled in. Didn't have enough for Bill Martin there at the end. I was kind of wanting to see what was happening as your car came to life pretty much late in the race. And you got an opportunity to take Bill on here for the final restart with about 3 laps to go. Unfortunately, not able to get around the 39. You finished 3rd here tonight. Tell us a little bit about your race.
Yeah, man. We had a good qualifying effort. Qualified 3rd, and then with the invert, I think we started 5th. And, it was just kind of chilling there at the beginning, and then a caution came out. I had to go check on my little girl because she's been sick, so I ran back there to check on her, and just started back at the back and started picking my way through there. Car was great. Jason K. Miller, he put together a hot rod. Cody Thompson, we got to debut the Black Mamba. So all black everything, murdered out. So that was pretty cool to have that good of a run with the first time out. But, hey, the posse, this off season we've really hung out with, the one-up guys in the posse. We've really been hanging out a lot together, kind of cutting up and having fun and getting to know each other a little more. Well, going into this season, we knew that we kind of had a friendly rivalry there, so we knew they stepped up, and it showed tonight. I don't know if I had something for Joe or Bill. By the time I got to 3rd, they done checked out on everybody else, so we don't really know. It took 10 solid laps for my car to come to life, but we'll take 3rd. Christian couldn't make it. He had to, he made the chase for the peak and series, so he's having to focus on the championship right now for that. But, we'll carry the banner. I think we had, actually every car we had tonight finished in the top 15, and 3 of them were in the top 10, so that's pretty solid. But, it was what we expected it was going to be. It was going, we were going to be racing the posse, and, it's a good win for them. That's big, and that's awesome. Congratulations to Joe, Bill, and freaking Ty Spearman. I don't know how the hell he does it, but somehow he stayed awake long enough to finish 5th, I think. So good job to him. It was fun.
Well, congratulations, Adam. A job well done here tonight to bring this car into a podium finish slot. Look forward to seeing you next week out of Stafford.
Yeah, man, looking forward to it. Thank you.
There you have it, folks. Number 82 of Adam Benefield coming in 3rd here tonight. And I'll tell you what, Mr. Nostradamus of the evening, the sponsor of tonight's race for the USA 125, the Car Show, Bill Martin. We talked to him before this race, and Bill, call you Nostradamus because you said it yourself. I'm predicting the number 6 to just come away with this one, and sure enough, once Joe Schaefer Jr. took to the lead, he 84 laps led here tonight. He ends up in victory lane, just as you predicted. What are your thoughts on that?
Because I was 2nd, I'm a little annoyed by it. It's one of those times you don't want to be right. I kind of hope now that Joe crashed
Well,
Hope that Joe crashed.
I guess
That's
we
not
could
true.
say
That's not true.
you didn't want to win the race that you sponsored. You want to be a little bit courteous and allow other people the opportunity to see victory lane.
You must be new to the sport.
Of course, you always want to win the race that you sponsor. Yeah, but, in all honesty, though, your car looked pretty solid here tonight. Obviously, didn't have quite enough for Schaefer Jr., but you had enough just to hold off the 82 of Adam Benefield. What was your thoughts coming into that final restart with 3 to go? In that car, creeping up through the field on you, did you think you were going to hold him off, or was you kind of concerned that he might get to you?
Well, I could tell on a longer run, even 5-10 laps, that I had a better exit, and that was really where the race was being won, was on the exit. From what I could tell, those guys were running a taller gear than we were, or a shorter gear. It's always backwards. So they were getting a really good speed out of the end of the corner, but it's not helping them like it was with us on the exit with a different gear. So I wasn't too concerned the previous start because there was enough laps left. The last one, the car got really tight, and it may just be me trying too hard because I know he's behind me and he wants my position. But it just didn't work very well the last restart. But luckily we ran out of laps.
Well, you finished in the runner-up slot here tonight. A good pole vault here into the new season for the Tundra Super Sim Series. Next week we go out to Stafford. What are your thoughts at that track?
I predict Joe will win that race also, quite honestly. This is one of his best tracks. I personally am not going to be able to race every single week because I have a slot car club that I'm in with a bunch of old men because most younger people don't play with slot cars, which is a really weird thing to say, but it's totally true. Anyways, I'll end up missing probably about half the races, but my intentions are to continue helping Joe and Spearman get the setups ready. And I started doing it the last couple of races, and it really seemed to make the difference, having all three of us working together. So I'm going to keep doing that even when I'm not around, so I'm pulling for Joe next week.
Well, if Joe Schaefer Jr. wins next week, I'm going to pull you away from the slot cars. We're going to Vegas to some slot machines and to some table games because obviously you definitely have your stuff together on predictions. But congratulations again here tonight, Bill. One more time while we got you here, we're going to get a twofer here for the Car Show Show. Where can people find this? If you want to tell a little bit real quick here what the Car Show Show is about for those who may have joined in later here in the broadcast.
Start with the address, carshowshow.com. It'll redirect you right to our YouTube page. The Car Show Show is us, my friend Danny and I, going to car shows, interviewing people about their particular car, getting them to answer a bunch of questions, and then we use a small amount of them and research their particular car and then make a nice sort of documentary style video out of it, usually between about 4 to 6 minutes long. There are currently 6 episodes. This is the first year we've been doing the shows, so it's still basically an infant, so we're moving along slowly, but it will continue to get new episodes as time passes. Carshowshow.com.
There you have it, folks. Best of luck to you, Bill, and from when we do see you racing, we're looking forward to that as well, but also good luck in your slot car club as well.
All right. Thanks, man.
All right. There you have it, folks. The 39 of Bill Martin coming in second here tonight. Now it's time to go talk to this guy. And, I'm out here in our communication software, and I noticed this guy, he's got to be in there running the bragging rights. Joe Schaefer Jr., last year you went from the T4X team over to the Posse. Made a little bit of shift there, made some friends, and made some playful enemies. I'll call them, or playful competition out of these guys. I know Matt and them love to beat on you for going over there. But tonight, your winless streak comes to an end. You see victory lane, and this car, I'll come out on a limb and say it, and heckle me all you want out there, viewers, but last season didn't seem like the Joe Schaefer that we've known, we've come to know season after season in the Super Late Model Series. Tonight, it looks like you're back in full force, and Bill Martin predicted you to win this one. He's predicting you win Stafford next week. What's different this year, or this season coming up, that made this car so dominant for 84 laps and to get the win here tonight?
Well, I think part of the difference is that Bill and Ty Spearman gave me a great car to drive tonight, especially Bill. Coming over to this team last season, we didn't really, I guess, find a momentum / find what works best until later in the season. But once we did, we've had really good cars for the past few weeks, and I was a little disappointed to step on myself in qualifying, but those guys kept me patient and in team speak, and we just slowly worked forward. So I think developing a little more chemistry with my new team and just showing a little more patience on the racetrack was the difference this week and hopefully for the rest of the season.
Well, definitely, like I said, this is the quintessential, excuse me, Joe Schaefer Jr. We've come to know, a very dominant performance, a very dominant car. Looked really solid here tonight. Again, 84 laps led. They took one lead change all here tonight, and qualified 12th, made your way through the field after there was a 7-car invert. So you had some of the tougher guys to even pass to get up to the front, and you're able to do so. And first race of this Tundra Super Sim Series is yours. Going up, you got a lot of races ahead. Looking forward to a lot of great racing action out of you. Do you have any additional thanks or shout-outs you want to give for your victory here tonight?
Yeah, I want to thank all the posse guys, Bill and Ty especially. Wouldn't have done this without them. Definitely had a great car, probably one of the better super late setups I've had, so I was proud to have it. Also want to thank Cody Thompson for giving me a brand new car this season, paint scheme wise, and always, as always, Matt Rolfe for putting on a good league for us.
All right, congratulations, Joe, and we look forward to seeing what you can do next week out at Stafford.
All right, thank you.
All right, folks. Well, we're going to do a quick rundown here, and then we're going to meet with Mr. Matt Rolfe to get the Rolfe's final thoughts on this race. Your victor here tonight, Joe Schaefer Jr., Bill Martin in second, Adam Benefield coming in third, Samuel Roush, David Krikorian rounding out the top 5, Dalton Collins, Ty Spearman, Nick Zonter, Jason Miller, Alex Bergeron through the top 10. Looking on back, Tim Bills, Michael Baxter, Ian Lane, Matthew Eddy, Alan Pajari, Kyle Souza, Derek Robinson, Ben Nile, Justin Warner, Brian Helm through 20. And your 30-car field here tonight, Matt Rolfe, Colin Altman, Blake Hamilton, Drew Kryback, Trevor Edwards, Landon Siaka, Devin Rogers, Jonathan Maloney, Sean Hatfield, and Dallas Pataska. And that is your result here for the USA 125, sponsored by the Car Show Show. Opening night, Matt here for the Tundra Super Sim Series. We talk about this, season opener after season opener. Get a lot of new guys in here that haven't raced in here. So, yeah, you're going to be a little bit heavier on caution. It's definitely an uncharacteristic night for the quality of competition that you have in the Sim Auto Racing Association. But that's to be, any great league out there will tell you that. Even NASCAR, you go out there and you see the season opener, it's not always the cleanest. But, definitely have some great talent in this field here tonight. Joe Schaefer Jr. coming out to the victory lane for the first race. It looks like he's getting things together with his new team. What is your thoughts here overall, recapping this race?
Yeah, like you kind of just mentioned there, it's the beginning of a new season. Everyone's kind of excited to get out here on track. It's been a couple of weeks since we've been out here as a group. Most of us were in last season, but we did have some new guys too. But take a couple weeks off and get back into a new season. It usually takes a couple races to really find our rhythm and get used to racing around each other. And these races will get better throughout the season for sure. So we had a little bit of a rough start there. Decided to go to single file restarts just to get the field spread out a little bit. And from there, it seemed like there was a lot better racing, a lot more green flag laps, which was a good thing. So, the guys up front there, Joe, Ty, and Bill and Benefield, and even Roush had a good run there. So those guys up front did a nice job here tonight of starting the season off strong.
Well, you picked up some new sponsorship this season. Definitely filling out a nice list of sponsors here and gaining some momentum coming into the fall season. And real quick, while we talk about that, the Fall Brawl coming up, I know this is an event that the Sim Auto Racing loves to have and has been so successful. You even have other leagues looking to duplicate some of that and trying to steal some thunder, if you will. But tell us, the viewers out there, what they can expect with the Fall Brawl Spectacular coming up later this season.
Yeah, so our Fall Brawl, which is our major asphalt event, is scheduled right now for the week of November 13th to 16th. We'll be at Five Flags here with the super late models. It's our biggest show. We have a lot of money on the line. We usually charge about a $10 entry fee, and we get around 40 to 50 entries. So just based on entry fees, it's about $400 to $500 up for grabs right away. And we already have some great sponsors for that lined up. H&A Sign Supply will be back on board for that. And Midwest Power Source is one of our new sponsors this season, putting some money towards both the regular season here in the Tundra Super Sim Series and as well as to the Fall Brawl. So I got to thank him as well here tonight. And Yeah, it's going to be a good event here later on this season. Like I said, it'll take us a couple weeks here in the regular season to find our stride, and by the time we get to the fall brawl, it should be a pretty damn good race with a lot of stuff on the line for these guys to put on a good show.
All right, we're looking forward to that. Appreciate your final thoughts here tonight, Matt. I think it's going to be a little thing we're going to do, get the Rolf's final thoughts on the race here, because got to give you a little bit of show light time here, all the effort you do week in and week out with the website, with the league, getting all this stuff put together, and just honoring you and what you do, bud.
I appreciate it. Sounds good to me. I'll be glad to talk after every race. Hopefully next time I'll have a better showing myself, but looking forward to next week already.
All right, we'll see you next week at Stafford.
Have a good one.
There you have it, folks. Matt and Rolf coming in with his final thoughts on tonight's race. And again, putting the partners or the sponsors up there this season. Tundra Super Late Models sponsoring and being the main sponsor here for the Tundra Super Sim Series. Midwest Power Source Inc., HeightsPride.com, Callaway Investments, DonutsDesigns.com, Loco Toco Designs, The Car Show, Area 52 Designs, JVM Racing, Down East Chassis Works, and The Posse, your sponsors for this Thursday night series. Well, folks, season opener out of the way. A lot of racing coming up. And again, find it on the web at racesara.com. Weeks winding down for those of you who want to go down and watch some short track racing. A couple weeks left, I know, of my home track. So get out there and support your local short tracks. Get out there and see some great racing. This is where legends are made, heroes are revered, and great racing takes place week in and week out. That is going to do it for us this Thursday night. Ladies and gentlemen, appreciate you tuning into the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network. Whether you got us out there on YouTube, Facebook, or even Twitch, we're going to be back next Thursday night. But as the fall season progresses, we're going to have some more great racing coming up in our Digital Forge lineup. That'll do it for us. I'm Dustin Caldwell on behalf of the Sim Auto Racing Association, Tundra Super Late Models, the Tundra Super Sim Series, and iRacing.com. We'll see you next time. Good night, everybody.